Hello and welcome back to Kamui. The final chapter. Now with this much life left, I figured that I would have to not get hit until the final boss in order to get a 1cc of this game, so that's what I did. This stage can actually be a little bit hectic, especially if you're not at, or near full power. But it is quite doable. The enemies aren't anything you haven't really seen before. But what can really hurt you is the fact that there's a 4-boss rush at the end of the game, which includes the final boss. Well, I know what that is. Okay, the first phase of the fight with Altinex is actually Altinex trying to cyber attack your Kamui and bring it under its control. Guardian Soldier Asaliel isn't actually that much different. It's based off of the original Altinex version of the boss, so it's actually weaker than the one you fought in Altinex 2nd. Yeah. So, essentially, if you game over in the first 2 phases of the Altinex fight, it's not your fighter getting destroyed, it's Altinex taking control of your Kamui. Okay, this Scorpio is a bit different from the one you fought in Reflex, because this is based on the original Reflection version. Remember, these games actually had something of a palindromic release schedule, because first was Altinex, then Reflection, then Kamui, then Reflex, and then Altinex 2nd. So this version of Scorpio is a bit easier. To a point. Okay, now we need to fight the Altinex network hub itself, and it's not too bad. Just poke out any energy projectors that may put you in danger and pound on the homing lightning hub. The longer it goes, the nastier his patterns become. However, this is a prime place for people who are playing for score to knock out Altinex's guns. Okay, we've destroyed the Altinex network hub, but it sent its signal to fully activate the Agitator station, which is what started this whole thing in the first place. Well, the whole part of Kamui, not the whole tale of Altinex. I have to warn you though, this is the one boss I really don't have a good strategy for. Now it's called Zaphical here because the Agitator station holds the mind of Dr. Zaphical, who invented the brain fusion process in the first place, which was used to create the Kamuis. And so he brain fusioned his own mind into the Agitator station. Tactical is also the father of the girl whose mind was brain fusioned into the Kamui. The first phase isn't too much of a problem, but the second phase is where things start getting really hairy. What you can do is, by destroying all of these secondary parts, you can force the Agitator to dip back, which makes it vulnerable to attack from your homing thunder, which is always fairly powerful. It also allows you to attack parts you couldn't normally reach with your main shot or Thunder Beam. Well, on my last slide. That's the kind of thing that the Agitator does to you. You can do the whole rest of the game just fine, and boom, this big difficulty spike right at the end. Okay, the final phase is where things start getting really crazy, because you can't actually cancel either those yellow waves or those purple shots with your lightning beam. They're the only uncancelable shot types in the whole game. But if you hit him hard enough, once he dips down to do this attack, you should be able to take him out no problem. And there we go. And that's it for Kamui. Okay, so that's it for the Tale of Altinex. So the final verdict is as follows. If you are or were ever really interested in vertical shooters, I'd say you should probably pick these games up. They do some interesting things that you won't normally find in arcade shooters, such as an emphasis on having a powerful ship right from the get-go and giving you more defensive measures than most games give you. But the presentation is also fairly well done, and with the resources they had. Keep in mind that these games came about before Kickstarter was really popular. So yeah, you should probably grab these from New Media. It's like $20 for all three. But I'm not, here to really market on behalf of another company. I'm just saying, these games are really good if you're a fan of vertical shmups. Maybe even if you're not a fan of vertical shooters. What's a real shame is that they didn't actually release the Tale of Altinex guidebook to non-backers before I was able to finish this all up, because there's probably some more stuff in there I would have liked to add over the course of the play. Hopefully it'll be coming out soon. But anyway, now that I've finished this up, I'll take a break and review my routes and notes, and I'll be seeing you next time with East 4, The Mask of the Sun. This has been the Tale of Altinex, this has been R-Typer, and I will be seeing you next game.